Welcome to One on One with DjTmoS. I am DjTmoS, and this is Schnasty. Actually, over there. But special guest today. We are still waiting for Walkalanius to make his glorious return back to the show. So until then, it's gonna be One on One with your boy DjTmoS. And today we are going to be talking about these internet bitches. Yes, these motherfucking attention whore ass bitches, whether they be on OkCupid, whether they be on POF, and what's the other one you were talking about earlier?
There's Badoo, Tinder. There's a couple of them.
Tinder. And then for you gay folks, Blender.
Wait, Blender? I thought it was Grinder.
Right, there you go. Same difference.
How do I know this?
Sticking their parts in the wrong places.
Yeah.
So, good for them, as long as you're happy. So, that's what we'll be doing today. We'll be talking about some other things as well, but we'll kick it off with these internet bitches. And I was telling Snasty earlier, I have this theory about how none of the women, at least the attractive ones, are actually on these dating sites looking for love. I feel as if they're on the sites looking for attention.
Right.
I believe that most of these bitches are already fucking some people, but they enjoy getting as many likes as they want. Because if you notice, I noticed on POF, I don't know about on the Badoo site or the other ones, but on the other dating site, people actually post their Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they do. They post their Instagram, and I like to actually take that Instagram right away and follow them instantly. Because I feel like you have a better chance of staying in touch with these girls you find attractive by getting their Instagram or getting their Snapchat or getting their Kick, anything other than the dating site itself. For some reason, the dating site itself is not a good place to talk to women. It's weird because, you go there to meet them. You go there to see some profiles. There's a picture. I like that one. She like me. Now what? Get the fuck away from the dating site instantly. That's the first thing you got to do. But you said something about you think most of them are fucking. Well, of course, all girls are fucking somebody. You know?
You never just meet a girl who's
unless
not
they're going through
somebody.
a dry spell. But even ones that claim to be going through a dry spell, in a woman's mind, going like a week without dick is like a dry spell. Yeah. I've seen some of my female friends go, I just need to go out and get laid because it's been a while. I go, didn't you just fuck that random one night stand like last month? You know what I mean? Like, are you really going through a dry spell? Because I've been broke up with my ex for a few months and I haven't had any ass, and you're sitting here complaining it's like been 2 weeks since some random dude fucked you.
See, if women didn't lie so much about how many people that they've actually slept with, we'd know things.
Yeah.
We would know a lot more about these creatures, but they lie.
That's why it's good to have female friends. Without female friends, you are lost, a babe in the woods. Mm-hmm. You will never cut through the BS. Yeah,
they'll help you understand. They're more like a manual.
Yeah.
Because I don't even think women understand themselves.
They have the X-ray goggles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, women don't understand themselves, but they understand other women. That's what's weird. Yeah, they have the X-ray goggles. If you got a real good female that's on your side, and she's she's going to look out for you. She'll scan the other bitch and go, that bitch is into you, or that bitch is lying, that bitch is fucking somebody else. They can see through the bullshit. Mm-hmm. That bitch not really into you, Yeah. They know that shit, so they do come in handy.
I think you're right. If a guy tells you that shit, it's because they're hating on you.
Yeah, guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Don't trust that bitch.
Yeah.
She got AIDS. Well, wear a condom.
Yeah.
I was with that bitch last week. She had herpes. You got herpes? Hell no, nigga.
I pulled out in time. The herpes didn't get me.
Nah, man. I put some of that soap on it right after, that antibacterial.
I fucked with Vaseline, afterwards. So it created a coated shield.
Hey, didn't Bob Crane have this thing back in the day where he said that after he had sex with a woman, he would instantly go pee because the pee would kill off some of the germs?
That was back when the only STDs
when they were soft STDs.
Yeah, when it was just softcore STDs. When you had like chlamydia, and you had the clap, which is gonorrhea. Those things go away with some penicillin.
Oh, man.
You eat a moldy orange and you're fine the next day. Of course, you can piss those ones out. You can't piss out herpes.
Or AIDS.
You're not pissing out AIDS, no.
Hepatitis A through Z.
If AIDS is even real.
Man, damn it. Then they got the blue waffle. Have you seen the blue waffle? Oh, you haven't seen Blue Waffle?
I know
Oh,
I know about
fuck.
that. I thought that was just a ugly woman's vagina.
Nah, this bitch got blue and fucking craters.
Isn't that just an
and
ugly
cysts.
pussy though? It's not.
No, dude.
It's a disease.
No, yeah, it is.
Oh, I didn't know it was a
Yeah,
disease.
man, it's like this herpes looking shit, but they're like this bluish
I saw the
slime.
picture a long time ago, but I thought it was just ugly vagina, and I instantly just looked away and deleted.
Let's hope it's a myth. Hope it's a myth. Maybe it's just some made up shit.
No, it's probably real.
Ah,
I believe
fuck,
it.
man.
I believe
They got
it now.
crabs and all kinds of shit.
Crabs aren't even that popular anymore. Actually, that's one of the old school ones again, because they used to have pubes. People don't have pubes anymore.
Ah.
Nobody has pubes. If you find a girl that has pubes, it only means that she hasn't fucked anybody in a while.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of a good side, you know?
Yeah.
Because you go to... Kind of, but then I don't like it, because it's like, you're unprepared,
It's
woman.
fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It makes me feel weird. It makes me feel like
it makes
the
me
shaving,
feel weird, too.
It makes
Yeah.
it makes me feel like shaving is natural. I don't really believe that hair is natural. Oh yeah, they got a collar, but we're not gonna take it.
Well, let's put it this way, you know? There's a lot of fucked up shit about humans that are natural. You know, farting, throwing up, shitting anywhere you want, pissing, growing all your body hair out, growing your nails and your toenails out, not brushing your teeth. That's natural.
That's
you know?
true. That's true.
These
Very
are all
true.
things we augment to be better looking people, to be more presentable to others, and not stink and not have filth. You know, so yeah, I would say pubic hygiene is definitely in that whole area of self-care that should be considered just normal, like something you just do.
Yeah, I believe that all women
Standard.
should have no hair at all, except from the top of their head and their eyebrows, especially the eyebrows. We don't want any of you pencil
Yeah,
face
I
bitches.
don't want fake eyebrows.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the fucking worst.
And if they don't have eyebrows, but they do have hairy armpits, I can't even be in the same room with you. You're a horrible person. Just
you're a fucking ogre.
don't ever shave off your eyebrows and then grow your armpit hair out. That doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
Oh my god, it's those hipster
It's like a Bugs
bitches.
Bunny cartoon.
Yeah, fuck with the hipster bitches. You'll find everything you just said. Those
Yeah.
fucking hipsters.
Yeah, I'm not into that shit, you know? The feminist thing with the whole, you know, let's dress like boys and look like boys. Let's grow our armpit hair out. Let's grow our leg hair out. It's not my duty to shave, and I don't have to shave. Well, guess what? No man wants you now.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And they don't give a fuck.
You hate men, so now men don't want you. That's
Yeah.
fine. Stay in your little feminist corner.
Yeah.
Go be a lesbian.
There you
or
go.
asexual.
There you
go
go.
claim to be asexual because you can't get any now.
So I wonder how feminists feel about dating sites. We had a guest on the show that talked about women exploiting themselves. 'Cause
Oh, yeah?
apparently they can't help themselves but exploit themselves, according to these people.
Hey, I think it's the original profession.
Yeah, I mean, there's a...
The exploitation of women was the first thing they were good at, you know?
Oh my gosh, it's genius. You can sell anything exploiting a woman.
Yeah.
You can sell peanut butter, cell phones, everything. Look on these commercials. They're
Oh, yeah?
exploiting women left and right.
Oh, you're right.
Every commercial you see, jean commercials, shoe commercials, bike commercials. They don't exploit women so much on the STD commercials. Because most of the time, it's some dude saying, I haven't had an outbreak in a year. And he might be with the chick, but she won't say anything. They'll be biking on their bikes. hiking
Hey, they
and
sure
shit.
get those yeast infection commercials going. though.
Yeah.
Especially around dinner time. I
Oh
think
my
that's a
god.
funny coincidence.
And they're canoeing in those commercials.
Yeah, they're
too.
canoeing.
It's like what? You couldn't
canoeing
ca-
is the answer
Yeah.
to
I
all
couldn't-
STDs.
I couldn't canoe before I got this
yeah.
shit.
Man,
I couldn't hike.
my herpes was flaring up. I could not ride a bicycle. But now
Now I can.
that I took this cream, woo, I am biking uphill in fourth gear.
Oh gosh, no fucking women without even telling them I got it.
Yeah,
Safe.
that's terrible.
So, but yeah, these dating sites, they're crazy, man.
Yeah.
Have you met anyone off one of these sites?
I met one person. I flaked on another girl. She goes, oh, wow, this is the first time I've ever been flaked on by a guy. And I was like, well, you know. And you think about it, and it's like, you know, I'm not any more comfortable than they are meeting someone from online. That's what a lot of girls don't understand. I'm not like, I don't know if the other guys are. Like, I understand there's a lot of horny, like, regular stereotypical guys on there that just, I'll meet anybody. I'll fuck anybody right now, you know? I'm not like that, you know? It's like, I don't don't know, bitch. I don't know what you're up to. You want to steal my liver? Are you going to inject some serum in me? You worshiping the devil? I'm going to wake up on a sacrificial bloody pentagram in the middle of the forest. You know, these are all possibilities that people don't think about.
These things could happen, but you know what's funny? That never crosses my mind.
Really? It
never. It has never crossed my mind.
Danger always crosses my mind when I'm meeting a bitch online. You know, you
never.
can't. Like, okay, for example, that shit that just happened on the other show we were talking about it. Bitch was catfish baited him into coming over, and he got shot in the chest.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
that
we did
robbery.
on the last show.
We covered that. Yeah.
See,
that's the kind of shit you got to think about.
Hate to say it, I don't meet black bitches on dating sites, so that's pretty fucked up. But I mean, then again, I did meet one black chick that was actually pretty awesome in Seattle off of. Site.
Yeah, you did. That's right.
She was fucking awesome as fuck.
Yeah.
She wasn't trying to be with anybody. She was just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
And you know what fun means.
I like what fun is.
Yeah.
I do like
fun. Yeah, that's never crossed my mind that I'd be bludgeoned, raped, or murdered.
See, it sucks because, let's get it straight, the majority of girls on these sites are ugly. Off top.
Yeah.
So when you're hitting the like and the no, the yes and the no, it's like no. Then when you see one that's hot, it's a fake profile.
Yeah.
Then you see one that's hot and it's a girl who's got a boyfriend and she's just looking for another girl for their threesome or whatever.
Yeah, that happens.
Then you see one that's not into dudes.
Uh-huh.
Then you see one that is not just a fake profile, but not even a catfish behind the fake profile. But I think it's the site itself tricking people with fake profiles.
Let me tell you about that.
Okay. Yeah,
a lot of these sites, what they do is when you cancel your membership in the privacy small print, it says that they are allowed
to
keep your photos and whatnot. So what they do is
that is what they do.
They use your, like, for instance, OkCupid might say this person viewed you.
Yeah.
It probably isn't even a real person.
Might not be.
It once was a person that was on their site, but now they're using their likeness to keep you interested
it's a robot
in
now.
going.
Yeah.
And POF and OkCupid are definitely guilty of this.
Well, I don't know if OkCupid is. They tend to have. Well, no, they probably are.
They do.
They
got their own little spam game.
I don't think they do the fake viewed you one, but maybe they do. It would be genius to do a fake viewed you.
I'm not hating on them for it.
It would be genius to do a fake liked you too, because on OkCupid they try to make you pay to see who liked you. And see if you're smart. You don't need to see who liked you. You just go because, well, no, at the same time, if it's a real person, what will happen is you'll get a like and a visitor.
Yep.
Obviously, the like was the visitor. You'll get one like for every one visitor that pops up if it's real.
And if you get a visitor and they message you, then you know it's real.
Oh, and a message. And if they respond to messages and stuff. Yeah, I'm a little about the ones that don't respond, but they supposedly liked you, and then they have one picture as their profile.
See, the one picture
profile
is
a big giveaway.
Definitely a fake profile.
On POF and on OkCupid, and especially POF, and especially Badoo, I think, does it definitely. And those type of sites, Tinder, Tinder. I think they definitely have the fake profiles. They like almost thrive off of those because there's no way there's that many hot bitches on Badoo in Sacramento County.
And
no way.
I'm always suspicious of hot women on these sites because they don't need these sites.
Yeah, they don't need it at all.
But that's what brings me back to I just think they just love the attention because we're in attention age. Back in the day, let's just say 10 years ago, a woman was actually cool with one guy or two guys saying that they were hot or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Now it takes this woman 100 different guys to say that they like her for her to feel good about herself.
Because now it's not about one-on-one. You know, a woman used to be validated by one person feeling special, or maybe a couple of people in person. But guess what? Now being liked is a public spectacle. The government has taken being liked and turned it into a virtual digital thing for the public to see, and then you to accrue like some kind of currency or points. It's fake validation, people. Yeah. It's no more real than Xbox achievement points when you're playing a video game. You know, it's the same fucking game. You play Arkham Asylum on a PC, you don't get achievement points. You play it on the fucking Xbox, you get these achievement pop-ups. The trick is they're making you feel good for playing, which make you going to play more, which make you going to want to play more games, which make you, they're turning everything into a social contest, a competition, and show off.
Yep.
And it's crazy how much money they're making off of this shit.
They are. They're making hand over fist. A lot of these sites don't even charge the women. They charge the men.
Yeah, they just
like
charge
a club.
the men.
It's just like a club.
Yeah.
They let all the women in for free.
And then, but half the women are fake. They're fake profiles.
Uh-huh.
And then when they are real, they're still fake because you got people lying about their age.
Yeah.
You got people lying about who they are. They're catfishing.
Yeah, where they work.
You got what you're talking about is even if they're real, even if all these other things aren't true, they're still just attention whores.
Yep.
They're not even looking to date.
Yep.
Or fuck.
They're just trying to be like, oh yeah, all these guys like me, haha, yeah.
It's like 1%. You know, it's like.
So have you ever beat with any of these girls that you've met on these?
Yeah,
sites?
even though all the odds are stacked against us, I still have met a girl online. Like I told you, I flaked on the one, so I was gonna fuck her. Then another one I ended up meeting and just fucking the first night. I think that's typical. If you're gonna meet someone off a dating site, you're gonna fuck the first night. I think it's rare that you wouldn't fuck the first night.
No one is looking for love on these sites.
No one's really looking for love on a dating site. Yeah, they say they are, but they can't be. They can't really. Even if they are, they're gonna fuck the first night because it takes a certain type of personality to be on a dating site in the first place.
Yeah,
you can't really be that stupid to meet someone from online and then not just want to go right and bang.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And sometimes what it is, you might talk to this person for a while, and they might
you
feel
can talk to them
comfortable
for a
with you
while.
before they even meet you. And then by
That's
the time
true.
you meet you, it's like, oh, we
it's
might
not
as
like
well
you
just get it
meet
over
them the
with.
next day.
Exactly.
There's a lot of talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's more talking actually from an online meeting someone than when I meet a girl at a club.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Hands
like
down.
honestly, I can meet a girl at a club, get her number, have one conversation with her, have one date with her, not cover half the information that I would in an online encounter, and still fuck.
Yeah.
That first date.
The old school way still works.
Yeah, I like the old school way better.
Old school way is way better.
It's so much better. People, get out there. Get out there in real life.
I remember before all the social media stuff, going on AOL Messenger.
Yeah.
And met some people on there.
That was
met
possible.
someone in one day and then hooked up the same
I met a girl on MySpace.
There you go.
Yeah.
MySpace.
Yeah.
MySpace
was a good one.
Back
in the day.
I met someone off MySpace you might know. Eiffel Tower. Well, I'm not gonna say any names. Eiffel Tower. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the clue. Eiffel Tower.
When we did the
say science fiction.
It should have been the London. Oh,
it's the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was the London Bridge. I thought London Bridge.
No, you kind of put your hands up, and another person puts their hands up,
that's
and then she's that.
Oh.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it would be a bridge
Finger cuffs.
There you go.
You met
that
her,
was fun time.
You met her
on MySpace.
Yeah.
Because she looked like an ex-girlfriend of mine.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
So and that was an interesting situation. Let me tell you about that. Met her on MySpace.
Yeah.
Talked to her for less than about a week. Oh. And then one night she said, "Hey, I'm not doing anything." And I said, "I'm not doing anything." And I was single at the time.
Yeah.
Had my own place, and I was looking to hit some shit because it had been a while. I told her it's been a while since I hit some shit. She goes, "Well, you know what? Fuck it. We're adults. Let's fuck." I was like, "Great." Hadn't met her yet.
Sounds like a great mature thing at first, and it's almost like every guy's dream to hear that from a girl. But then,
you
find out why that is.
Drive up to her house in the hood.
Yeah.
She comes out in a short skirt. She's all dolled up. She actually looked really good. She put in a lot of effort. I have to give it to her. And she comes over to my house. They're sitting on my couch for not even 5 minutes because I wanted to ease into it. I didn't just want to. I knew I was going to fuck.
I've been in that situation.
So what's the rush, right?
Where you're the guy actually taking it easy, and then the girl's like, "Boom, let's do this."
Yeah, so
it's crazy.
We watched TV for not even 5 minutes.
Right.
And she looks over at me and says, "Are we going to do this or what?"
Wow.
And I was like, "Yes, we are." It was so awesome.
We are.
I'm not going to go into too much details here. I won't rant on about it because I have a couple more stories to tell. But went back to the room. I can still remember the colors of her underwear. And I remember her saying that she had to put a condom on my penis to suck it. And that's when it hit me that she might have had a history of prostitution.
That is a dead giveaway.
There's two giveaways with that. The condom on the dick and the showmanship. Twisting of the hair.
Oh my goodness!
Fucking doing all this shit and looking me right in my eyes.
I would have thought the same thing.
And I don't like when women look me right in the eyes when they're sucking.
No, me neither.
It's kind of creepy.
Close your eyes. Get down there. I don't want to.
Watching it on porn is a different story.
I want to look at my dick going in her mouth.
There you go.
That's what I like to see. I don't want to look at you looking at me, girl. You know what I mean? But it turns girls on. It's not actually for us. I think it
they want to
turns
see
the
us,
girls.
our reaction. I like doing when I'm to girls. I want them. I like to
it's cool.
I see it.
I can see that.
I just don't want them looking at me.
Not really.
So that was her, and that was a good few months of unadulterated penetration. and met her on MySpace, and that was before OkCupid and POF and all these other all that bullshit. That was some time ago, but.
So you had some signs that she could have been a prostitute.
Yeah, and she actually later on admitted that to me.
So it ended up being
true.
It
was true.
All right. Yeah, and I was going to say, man. And then we pulled a train on her one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways. No, but but what's funny is a lot of girls have a history of prostitution.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. You don't even think about it. It's unreal. It's unreal. I was reading this thing, and there was like this study that like 40% of college girls have or are engaging in prostitution.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, like regular women. Like girl at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
She has a regular job. She lives with her parents. She's out hooking.
Yep.
You just don't know.
Yep.
It's crazy. They're addicted to the sex and the money. Well, more the money.
I don't know if you remember this one other chick. She looked like Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
Do you remember her? White girl.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. I met her on OkCupid. She told me, after we had sex, that she actually used to be a prostitute for some time. And this all happened.
Why do girls ever say that?
But the crazy part is,
they shouldn't tell anyone.
This all happened in a short period of time. That other girl we just talked about, a couple months later was her, and then a month later after her was this other chick that I met on MySpace, and she was a born again Christian.
Wow.
And then we were talking.
Okay, these are old stories, though.
These are old, yeah.
These are old stories. What about Facebook? Have you ever met anybody on Facebook?
Yes, I actually have met somebody on Facebook before. I can't recall any good stories from that, though.
Smash some shit, though?
From Facebook. I don't think so. Not from Facebook.
Well,
not I can think of.
Facebook group?
Oh, yes. Actually, yes. Yeah.
Not to get into that
She ended up being a crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck her.
But on the
bitch.
Here's the thing.
Stink
Without going into it, because we haven't talked about this really in a long time, but the first sign that should have gave it away that she was going to be a crazy bitch, and this is for other people too, just, if you meet a bitch online that is arguing with her ex publicly, and then the ex is a crazy fucker and he's posting videos about shit, then you should know that love is a two-way street.
Oh, yeah.
That bitch is crazy, too.
Yep.
There's no way she was with him that long and he's that crazy and then she's not crazy.
There were so many signs that led to this bitch being crazy, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The crazy ex-husband.
The crazy
she had
ex-husband.
A fucking litter of kids by different men, two of which were in and out of prison. One was actually in prison.
My goodness.
She was fucking black, for God's sakes.
Now,
of course
I was going to say, was
crazy.
she black? I mean, this is sounding very black.
Fuck this. That girl was... Her kids were fucking bad. Her dad didn't give a shit about anything. Fuck all of them. I should have known better. That was probably the worst decision I ever made as far as a woman. But yeah, I met her on Facebook on a group called something Seattle Singles or some bullshit. But she was fucking crazy. Had a stink puss and everything.
That's crazy.
So that was the worst sexual experience. One of the worst. So yeah, that's Facebook. And then I have OkCupid. Met a handful of people on there. Had some good times. Met this one chick one time in Seattle, and she was 20 years old. She lived 2 blocks away from my house, and it's crazy because she was not interested in me at all until I said, yeah, I live on such and such street. She goes, I live here. And we found out we lived close to each other. She goes, yeah, well, how about we go out sometime? Cool.
Girl
went
next
out.
door.
Yeah, so I went out with her. She was a 6-footer, white, had greenish blue eyes, long hair. She had a nice, cool little body, right? Hipster. And I took her to this Asian restaurant where there's flies. It was the worst. Like, we weren't having a good time. I was like, fuck, this could be the last time I see this bitch. Then she said that she wanted to hang out again. So I was like, all right, whatever. Hung out at my house. At this point, she had cut all of her fucking hair off. So then I knew for sure I wasn't going to fuck with her. She had hella short hair and dyed her hair. She you
didn't like that shit, huh?
Complete makeover. I was like, fuck, I didn't sign up for this. But she was still kind of cool. Hung out at my house, watched some movies. And then a week later, this is a 2-week period of time that I was kind of working on her and talking to her. And we're at her house, and her brother wasn't home because she was a roommate with her brother. And we're sitting there talking, and she said, Lorenzo, because that was one of my code names. Lorenzo, why haven't you tried to make a move on me? And I was like, well, I didn't want to scare you. I mean, you've never been with a black guy before. And she says, well, I mean, what are we going to do? I said, well, I mean, we can fuck if you want. So she grabs my hand, puts it over her shoulder, and walks me to her room. Tells me to close my eyes, and she puts on lingerie and shit.
Wow.
And then she just went into a drawer full of condoms. And I was like, great. And then, yeah, fucked the shit out of her. And that was amazing. The first couple of times was amazing. Then I made one horrible mistake one day. This is about a couple of weeks in. By about 3 weeks, we're actually boyfriend and girlfriend, right? Put the dick on her
This
really
is like
good.
taxi cab confessions for online.
Yeah. And
Okay, so what happened?
so her parents were out of town. They lived a little bit outside of Seattle, and she wanted to go house sit. She didn't want to be alone. I said, well, as long as you drive me to work, I'm great. I'm straight. Okay, so we're house sitting and shit. And then one morning, after a night of just ferocious fucking, because that's what young girls do. They like to
Oh,
fuck.
yeah. Well, that's
Oh,
good.
God.
Good for that.
Woo! It was amazing. I'm never gonna forget it. So we're doing it or whatever, and the next morning we wake up, all out of condoms, right? We're just making out, going at it, and she puts it in, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I probably should not be doing this, but fuck it, right? It's one of those fuck it moments.
Raw dog.
Yeah, yeah. So we're going, and she tells me not to pull out or whatnot, and I don't, because I'm an idiot.
It's terrible.
And right afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
there was this calming in the air. She looks me right in the eyes, whispers in my ear, I love you.
Oh, that's the worst.
So,
That's the worst.
that went on for another 2 months.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
With 2 months. Another
Here's
fucking
what-
2 months.
This is gonna sound really fucked up, but here's what I love you. Here's what I love you means to me when I don't say it first. I hear it from the girl first. I want to give you free pussy for the rest of your life, and you don't have to do anything for me ever again.
Oh, God.
So I love to hear that.
Well, you know what?
It's just free puss.
And it turns out that she was a nutcase, too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
2 months into our relationship, I found out she was seeing a shrink. And at the time, I was probably at the height of my what's the word I'm looking for? My I was pessimistic at the time. I have a long history of pessimism.
Yeah.
But at this time, I reached my height because Seattle was a little bit depressing.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. You were way negative when you were over there. So
Way
what
negative.
happened?
So she would give me her anecdotal things that her shrink was telling her and
Oh,
try to
God.
help me through my
Yeah.
struggles.
Secondhand shrink.
I was so bad that this bitch gave up on me.
Yeah.
So that's how that
funny.
story ended. I mean, I actually think that she got pregnant and had an abortion, just didn't tell me and
Well,
dumped
it's
me.
the land of no sun. I mean, it's depressing. Out
You know
there.
what? That part actually didn't depress me very much.
Really?
It was the people.
I think it does, and you don't realize it. I think it's subconsciously depressing.
I don't know.
You wouldn't think about it.
The last 6 months of being in Seattle were fucking amazing.
Was it?
Oh, yeah, dude. I even had like a girlfriend at the tail end of that until my crazy-ass roommate, who I was sleeping with every once in a while,
Yeah.
decided that she wanted to ruin everything for me. And this awesome chick that I met on
Yeah.
POF,
Yeah.
awesome girl, graduated from a prestigious college, smart girl, wine connoisseur. We had fucking adventures, made me go mountain climbing, do a bunch of white shit that I
Oh,
was
that's
never
cool.
ever going to do.
I need to meet a white girl like that. I still haven't lived out my
Fucking
my
nature
white
chicks.
dreams.
Dude, hipster girls are not that bad. You gotta
You gotta get
tame
them.
them.
Get the right one.
You gotta get them to
the right
shave
one
their
for
shit.
You, though.
But
You gotta get them to shave their. She didn't shave.
Yeah, well, she did. I told her to.
Oh, okay.
Fuck that shit. These hipsters, yeah, they don't fucking.
First time pube
Trim.
bush though.
No, I've had that before,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't recommend it. It's fucking disgusting. It's
No,
disgusting.
I don't like it either. I actually demand. Here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and fuck them just because it's like you're on the spot. You know, you unveil the beast. They've got a furry creature. It's like, oh man, what do I do now? I go ahead and hit it one time, but then I tell them. I'll tell them afterwards, like not right there afterwards, but like next time I talk to them on the phone or something, I'll be like, hey, look, you got to shave that shit. That shit's out of control. I'm like, I'm not doing that again. So next time I see you, do me a favor, shave your pussy. You know?
Exactly.
I'll tell them in some creative way, or sometimes I'll be like, do you like being that hairy? Is that on purpose, or what's going on? Yeah, why don't you shave that? And you know, sometimes they'll laugh, sometimes they're like, shut up, and I'm like, no, seriously,
No,
fucking
seriously,
shave
that
shit. Like,
nasty ass
oh,
monstrosity.
I don't normally do that. Well, fucking shave it. I don't give a fuck what you normally do. I'm not fucking you again. Like, that's
Man.
horrible.
So I got one more story. I'm gonna keep this one short. One more.
War stories.
I met this one chick from POF, I'm not going to mention any names. These names have been changed to protect the innocent. And met her on POF, and I talked to her for like 3 days. She was like, I want to catch the ferry down to Seattle, and then maybe we can go to some bars or something. I said,
Right.
cool. Went to some bars, was having fun, drinking, and this bitch turned around and just started making out with me. She made the first move. And I like that aggressive shit. I didn't meet that many aggressive people in Seattle. They're not aggressive.
They're
She was
kind of
different.
avoiding. They
Yeah.
avoid conflict in each other. And
Yeah, they're
weird.
passive aggressive
Yeah.
people. Very passive.
Antisocial almost.
Yeah, they stay clicked up. If you're not in their clique, they don't have nothing to do with it.
Right.
So anyways, she makes out with me and she's like, when were you gonna do that? I was like, fuck, bitch, I'm not drunk enough. But so then the last ferry is at 12 or 1 o'clock. My last light rail is at 12:30. We're getting ready to leave and she's still coming with me. So I said, oh, so you're not gonna catch your ferry? No, I'm coming with you. I was like, wow. No game at all. It took absolutely no game at all.
Wow.
I even went as far as to pee on a building at some point. It didn't scare her away. And, yeah, banged that out. And then broke up with my then crazy black girlfriend a week later.
Well, that's a good deal. That works out.
Yeah, and that was crazy. It's funny, because the following weekend, that same girl came over to my house, which it was my birthday weekend, and my crazy ex showed up. And it was funny, because homegirl had went to the liquor store to get some coffee from a liquor store. And meanwhile, I'm walking outside to warm my car up to go find where this broad went, and here comes my crazy ex coming up behind me in her car. This bitch chased me in cars a few blocks to give me a birthday cake. It said happy birthday. Yeah, and she got it from the store. I did eat the fuck out of that cake. Me and that girl ate the fuck out of that cake.
That's kind of funny because there was that one time where a girl got me a cake for no reason. Well, no, I had a girl give me a cake before for my birthday.
The white tiger cake.
Then there was the white tiger cake when we were doing the song, the white tiger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we leave this episode of One-on-One, you should edit in the white tiger song on the way out.
Well, I mean, you know, I can always pull it up.
You just pull it up
We'll just talk a little bit, and I'll go ahead and pull that up.
as we get ready to go eat. Is the food
Yeah.
here?
The food is here.
Ah, see, people.
The food is
you are missing
here,
out. We're gonna
and we
have
are
some food.
almost done talking about these bitches.
Yeah, that girl was funny. Bought me that cake for the song.
No chins.
No, no, we don't even need to mention.
No chins.
We don't even need to mention why we call her.
Wait, hey, matter of
What?
fact, again, met her friend on OkCupid.
Yeah, oh, that's
Yeah.
good. You were doing all right on there then, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, I mean, dude, once you realize that no one's on there for actual dating and they're all there to have sex, that's when you make a breakthrough and
That's
things
true.
start to happen.
So, okay, what's your methodology or whatever when you contact? You try to be funny first.
I just say a compliment,
Oh,
followed by what's your name. They tell me their name. I say
Uh-huh.
my name, and
Yeah.
then I say Seattle, for instance. I'm not from Seattle. I'm from California. That
okay.
from California line
yeah.
is what makes people interested because
Okay,
they
so
know that
what
everyone
about
else.
when I'm in California and I'm doing that? So I'd be like, I'm not from California. I'm from Seattle. Like switch it.
You basically just ask them what's cracking out here. Then they'll start to tell you. Then at some point you say, well, how about we go do that?
Yeah. Huh.
We should go do that.
Yeah, I guess my thing, I usually stretch these things up too long. I just start talking to these random bitches. But those are the ones I'm not really into. If I know it's someone that, oh man, I would fuck her, I could do this, then I try to get them off of the dating site as soon as possible. I just go, hey, I don't like talking on these sites. What's your phone number? What's your kick?
Yep.
Like, the sooner the better.
Yeah.
Because you can always, you have plenty of time on the phone to not work out.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just waste time on the dating site. It's boring.
And to be
honest.
honest with you, they don't give a fuck about what you're about or what you're doing.
They
if
don't.
they're attracted to you,
Yeah, that's it.
that's all it takes.
They decided they were gonna fuck you the second they clicked the like.
And there's
button.
two extremes. When you
Yeah.
meet a woman in real life, within the first minute, she already knows whether or not she wants to fuck you or not.
Yeah.
On the internet,
Or
it's
whether
the first.
she would or not.
Yeah. On the internet, it's 5 seconds after they see your picture, they say whether or not they're
Instantly.
gonna fuck you or not.
That's what they're doing. The same thing we are, which is going, fuckable, not fuckable.
Yeah.
Fuckable. Like, all other information aside, don't care. Well, your religion, don't care. Where you went to school, don't care what you do for a living. they're just looking at, fuckable, not fuckable, fuckable, not
Yep.
fuckable. And then there's whores on there, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't run into any yet, but I know there's prostitutes working
Oh,
the
my
dating sites.
God. I've seen some on there that say that they're looking for, and I quote, generous men.
Oh, yeah, that's the code word.
Men, that's the code word for I'm selling puss.
Oh, I was going to give one tip for people, since we're talking about this shit. We kind of got sidetracked, but basically, if you want to know if someone's real on there's different ways you can do it. Take their images, do a reverse image search. It's just like a regular Google image search, but if you drag a photo into it from your desktop or something, or you can throw a URL in there, it'll look up that photo and make sure there's no other photos on the internet of that person, so you can see if that's who you're really talking to. Another thing you can do, and I had to do this recently, if you want to make sure this person's really who they say they are, whether it's concerns about age or just anytime before you meet someone, you should probably do your own research on them when you meet them online. Don't rely on their information. So, say you only have a first name, and you have the place where they live, because a lot of these dating sites give away where they live. And that's usually true information, because why would you have to put fake? If you put fake where you live, you're not going to meet people where you live. So it's usually true information. And then if they give you their first name, that's usually true. But you can usually just type in on Google, man, just the first name and the location, especially if it's a unique kind of first name, or any information you have on them all, just type it in the search box. You'll usually pull up other profiles on other sites that have maybe more information about them. I just found this one girl that I was kind of like, she looks kind of young, 19. I don't know about that 19, I go and do the name, city on Google, pull up another profile, and I'm like, oh, hell no. You know what I mean? There's another basically catfishing. It's like, that's you, but it's totally not you, because, bitch, you're, hopefully in high school. I don't even know. You know what I mean? It's
well, there was a school bus in the background.
There was.
I mean.
So, that's enough. You gotta beware of that stuff. You gotta block that shit.
Here's another clue. If you're searching for 18 and 19-year-olds, more than likely they're not 18 or 19. Yeah,
that's kind of weird. It's probably hard to find a real 18, 19 girl on there. Because those are the two ages that are... And I think that, it's smart in their mind. Girls that are not even 18, they put 19 because it sounds more realistic. It sounds more realistic than just putting 18. It's like, oh, we'll go even for the extra year there. But they know they look too young to be 20 or 21, so they can't hang with that. They can't pretend. You gotta watch out for that stuff. Man. And then here's the other thing I hate, though. The old bitches trying to say they're in their 20s.
Oh,
when they're obviously not.
Oh, God.
I hate that,
Those
dude.
Stretch marks.
Yeah. Like some 36-year-old bitch. She obviously has 4 kids. She's hanging out with 40-year-old women in the picture. There's no photos of her doing anything remotely youthful. Everything's old as shit, and then it says 26.
Wow.
Like, bitch, you are not 26. That is a fucking lie. You look like everybody's mother. Everybody's mother.
My God. So, on that note, this is what we're going to do. We're going to play White Tiger for you folks.
Awesome.
We're going to let you hear this, and this is going to be a world premiere.
You got to get in touch with all that rage. You are a white tiger that cannot be tamed. It starts at home. It starts by beating your kids. Don't let them talk shit to you. They are lucky they live. Your dumb luck is because of the fuck you give. Fucking A. And yeah, baby, fuck that shit. You got to get the eye of the white tiger back. Don't be intimidated just because they're black. You are an animal. You're a mighty beast, king of the jungle. Fuck lions, it's time to face. Don't be so insecure just because your skin is pale. You gotta show them that you too are worthy of going to jail. Don't be afraid just because their melanin's high. You look 1,000,000 social phenomenon, man, it's a fact like no other. White people shudder when they smell a little cocoa butter. Walk down the street with your white hand held up high. Don't look away just because he's a darker guy. You got to get the eye of the white tiger back. Don't be intimidated just because they're black. You are an animal. You're a mighty beast, king of the jungle. Fuck liars, it's time to feast.
All right. So, that was the
sample.
White Tiger. A little sample for you guys. And that we got a White Tiger cake.
Yeah.
From some bitches
From
that
some
came
girls,
from POF.
they loved the song. Well, we created it on the spot.
Yeah.
This is just the type of stuff we do. When we work together on music, you know, we'll just have an idea, and that day we just knock it out. You know, we get started on it, and if we don't finish it that day, unfortunately, usually it's just a wasted idea. It'll go in the archives. We'll never see it again. If we don't finish that song that day, we never see it again. So luckily, that was when we finished.
Yeah, we did Mars 11 also. I don't know if that was the same day or not, but it was in that
same 2-day period or something.
But look out, that's Science Friction, just so you know. I didn't name drop that yet, but that's Science Friction. Look for Science Friction 12 equals 6 plus 6.
Yep.
So another song, when we leave, we are going to end it with My Life, which is a song that Schnasty over here tells a story about his life. All true events.
That's funny that you would bring that song out for the ending of this, because we were talking about dating sites and stuff, and the idea for the video of that was a guy on a dating site telling about his life. Specifically, this song, every line that I wrote was true at the time of writing it.
And that's why I said it. I set it up beautifully. So, you know, it is what it is. Dating sites. Me, personally, I think dating sites are a bunch of people who have trouble dating in the real world. And the success stories you do hear from it are just really two desperate people that found each other. I think there's a small percentage of people who get on there that work a lot. They don't have time to date. But I feel like if you don't have time to date, you don't have time to really be with anybody. It's my personal opinion. And then there's people who just want to get on there to fuck, which is a lot of people. Then there's people who just want attention. And then there's the 60% echelon of people who are just fucking ugly and want to kill themselves.
Hey, I agree with that, you know. And for the people like myself who don't have to go on there to get on dates,
it's a game.
I can meet people in real life. I prefer to meet people in real life. Trust me. It's way harder online than in real life for me. Weird. But yeah, it's a lot of socially awkward people. It's a lot of weirdos for whatever reason. Sometimes they're not even ugly; they're just fucking weirdos, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like they're the kind of people where they scare other people off in person, so they create profiles and they get on there and they vent and stuff like this.
Yeah.
A lot of people online are fucking crazy. I mean, that's just the facts.
They're fucking wild. Weirdos.
I'm ready to eat.
But I guess that's it for the dating site bullshit. I mean, we didn't get into Match or eHarmony and all that other shit.
I don't know nothing about those. I just know they're supposed to be better, but
I know about eHarmony because I met 2 women off that. And actually, to tell you the truth,
does their algorithm work any better?
I'll be honest. Those were actually the 2 best women I ever met off the internet.
Wow.
One of them was an orthodontist, professional, single. She was a little bit on the thicker side, but she was nice.
Yeah?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Of course not. They were too high class for me.
Yeah. That's
she came over to actually hang out at my house in the middle of the night once. Thought I was gonna beat.
She probably thought you were too, but something went awry.
I did. I said something weird.
When a girl sets it up for you, look, guys. When a girl sets it up for you, and it's almost the perfect opportunity to fuck her, and then you don't. You did something.
Yeah,
wrong.
I definitely did something.
Yeah.
We were watching a movie, and I said some fucking weird shit.
Yeah,
and it fucked it
the
off.
girls like that, the higher class they are, the easier it is to piss them off and not get the pussy.
So then the other
crazy.
chick I met she worked in some profession, I forget, but she was really pretty. And I invited her to a video release party where the song was a song I produced. So I figured I was going to set it up amazingly.
Nice.
This event had my name all over it.
Hello.
Everyone there knew me. People were shaking my hands.
Oh,
what happened
this should be good.
What happened was I couldn't spend that much time hanging out with her. It was supposed to, Because everybody was
Terrible.
walking up to me, shaking my hand, and saying, great song, blah, blah, blah. You know, I got to
Shit.
network and do that shit. And I told her, I actually did tell her, that yes, this event is an event that I'm a part of, but I would like to let you into what I do. That was
Terrible.
my ploy.
No,
Never do that again.
And never do that for more reasons than you think. Not only is going,
Not on
out,
the first
going out
date.
with a girl and leaving her alone wrong. No, never. And here's why, never. Honestly, the women that will love you for you and want to be your girlfriend and stuff like that and date you and stuff, guess what they don't give a shit about? They don't give a shit about your dreams. They don't give a shit about your performance. They don't give a shit about your posters.
Wow.
They actually hate it.
Oh.
Then, if at the very least, you can hope, the best you can hope for is that they'll be neutral, because most women hate it. They will hate on it. They don't want you to have any part of it.
You're right. Because after that, she didn't want to talk to me anymore.
There you go. Yeah, because man, it's just a different thing.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe. If they actually like you, they wanted to be the source of your attention. They don't want you to be the source of any attention.
Yeah.
You know, the only way you're going to get girls that way, and you do, obviously we all do, getting being on stage and stuff, is from the girls that don't know you.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That shit only pulls girls that don't know you. It's very rare. Like, I had one girl that I was kind of, I was fucking, but she was a married bitch. So she liked to go into my rap shows. She supported me in that way. But even her ass was dancing with other dudes in the audience.
Yeah.
And then I would take her home and fuck her that night or something. And it would be good sex and stuff. It was hyped up from the fact that I was on stage. But that's a rare occurrence. That's a rare occurrence. Normally you cannot include women in your activities like that.
I think the next show we'll talk about groupies.
Yeah, because and that was more of a groupie type person. That's why that worked. Not because she wasn't my groupie when I met her and was fucking her, but she was definitely already predisposed to being a groupie type person before. Yep. So that's why it worked. She was used to that. She liked being my groupie at that point.
So one last thing I want to say. One more last thing I just remembered. Last thing I want to talk about. I met this chick on a Christian site when I actually thought I was saved.
Oh, that's good.
And she lived in Las Vegas. And I wanted to go out and visit her and all this. We really liked each other. Then, after like 2 months, one day, out of nowhere, she was just like, you're this and that, and you're a sinner, and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, good.
Check this shit out, dude. 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was on Facebook. You know that box that says you might know this person?
Yeah, it was her.
She was on there. Guess who I saw her with?
No. Who?
Another fucking woman. A tattooed up dyke.
Look at this.
What a fucking hypocrite, right?
Yeah. That's great.
So I was like, wow, that's what happens. Yeah,
that's what happens with these people who profess too much. Yeah.
Oh, God. So that's it. That was the show, and we are going to leave you on another science friction song.
My life.
And it's called My Life. And it's a world premiere. And that's not it.
That is not it.
That is not
That
it.
was not a world premiere either, because that song had already come out. That was a commercial song.
Okay. So, that was actually a song my daughter was writing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was my daughter. So
I didn't know that. That sounded pretty good.
Well, yeah, she gets the genes from me.
Yeah? Your daughter sings?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm teaching her how to record and stuff.
This is awesome.
So let's go back into science friction here.
I remember when your daughter was just a little baby.
Yeah.
And
I
was like, come in and rap. We had her on the microphone at the house. That was just so funny.
She has a Facebook account, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, well, that has to happen. I mean, sure, at that age, I gotta have a Facebook.
She claims that her mother set it up for her.
Man.
So
kids at school might have helped her do it, maybe.
Yeah,
but
I don't know what's going on. But I told her I'm gonna watch her. I said, don't talk to creeps.
There's an episode of Louie. I've been watching Louie on FX, that show, and there's this episode from the 4th season where his daughters are really young too. They're like 14, or something.
My daughter's 13.
Oh shit! Well, he for the first time sees her smoking weed out at this event, and he's out at this event with his friend, and his friend was like, "Oh, we're here to get chicks," and he's like, "It's all these kids are hella young," and he goes, "Yeah, oh, they're over there smoking pot," and he goes. And he looks into his daughter, and she was hitting that shit. She was like, and she's like, "No, Daddy, I wasn't him, and I wasn't smoking. I wasn't doing anything." He goes, "I saw you.
I saw you hit that."
Yeah, but then he
inhale it and hold it.
In the episode, he has all these flashbacks to back when he was a pothead teen.
Oh,
so
man.
it's like it just made sense, and it was just weird. And
dude, I didn't have a chance to be a pothead kid.
No, me neither.
I didn't start smoking weed till I was about 18. It was my baby's mother. Her mom
I was
introduced
15.
me to it.
I was 15. I guess that's pretty fucking close. That's only 2 years difference.
Oh,
But
God.
in kid years, 2 years is a long time. So
Yeah.
there's a big difference between a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
But 15-year-old try to date my 13-year-old daughter, punch him in his fucking face.
Yeah,
You know what I
fuck it.
mean?
That's
Yeah.
another shit. We'll talk about that shit
All
later.
right.
Fuck
Shit.
those shit.
We're gonna talk about this.
So,
Kids growing up.
here we go.
All right.
It's a world premiere on my show.
Schnasty wrote it.
Yes.
DjTmoS on the beats.
Science
Produced
fiction.
it, recorded, engineered, mixed it. Science fiction.
That's what we do. And we're out of here. And that's still not it.
still the
You
fucking-
son of a
Son
bitch.
of a fucking.
All right. God damn it.
I could have found it on
I
Reverb Nation
literally
by now.
no. I literally pulled it out of the science friction folder. I
We're
literally
falling apart here, folks.
and I told my Mac to replace the other copy.
Yeah?
It replaced it.
Alright.
Now, okay, now this is MP3. I know this is going to work, ladies
Okay.
and gentlemen.
We'll see what happens.
This is going to work.
If it works, we're just going to cut right to it.
Okay, so here it is. My life's right here. This is the one. Why does it have the same tag? But whatever. This is it. Different beats per minute, so I know for sure this is it. And we're out of here. Good night.
Hey girl. So you say you wanna get to know me? Got California up in my hair. California everywhere. I wear a robe and I wear sandals. I'm hella skinny, but I got love handles. The girls like me, I don't know why. On second thought here, so to the guys, I'm not a homo, but I shave my ass. I'm not a metro, but I shave my nads. My snake and eggs, I like them smooth. And if I'm right, so do the honeys too. It's hella random, but that's my life. I never, ever, ever sing a single lie. Oh, I drive a Honda 94 Prelude. It's a two-door. That's a coupe, if you didn't know. Just trying to tell you motherfuckers how I roll. Oh, I love beverages even more than food. I love caffeine and vitamin water too. I beat my cat, cause that's just what I do. I whipped her with my belt and made her poo. Sometimes you'll see me wearing just one shoe. Not cause I'm crazy, but my right foot's full of screws. One eye is shifty, just a little off. I'm kinda creepy, just like Boris Karloff. Dracula is my fucking idol. All that is normal in the world is my rival. I hate rules, I hate restrictions. I run red lights and flip them off like fuck you bitches. I get bored at work and lose my fucking mind. I've got to find a way to pass the fucking time. I like Latinas, I fucking love them. And if they don't love me back, I push and shove them. And then I stalk them, so I can kill them. Nah, I'm just kidding, really just how I'm feeling. I got a son that I haven't seen. His name is Sean, he's half of my genes. My baby's mama, she's a bitch. She has a boyfriend, he has a little dick. His name is Q, he thinks he makes beats, but I bet he never beat that asshole like me.